Hello and welcome to Engine Adventures. Today we've got a 2022 Ram Rebel with the eTorque Hemi V8 in it. It's in this beautiful blue color. It's hydro blue, I believe they call it, and really a great truck overall. This one's pretty much decked out. It's missing just a couple of things, but for the most part it's got everything you need in it, and or basically everything that's optional. There's a few things like it doesn't have the trailer tow mirrors, but these are still really pretty wide, big mirrors. And it seems, I'm trying to think what else was missing. It seems like there was a couple other little things missing, but for the most part it's all there. Comes with these 33-inch Goodyear Wrangler Duratracks. They are 275/70 R16s, and if you look at the rim protection, there's quite a bit there where it sticks out past the rim to protect it. These are nice, good, aggressive tires with good protection. And this does have the air suspension. You can see the top of it right there, but the four-corner air suspension, so it'll adjust the height and all that stuff, and makes it really smooth on road. It has the normal mode and aero mode. I basically just left it in aero mode for all of my on-road driving because I don't need the higher ride height, hoping for a little bit better gas mileage. And it doesn't make a big difference, but there is a slightly better fuel mileage when you're in aero mode. And I've been getting about 16 miles per gallon average. When you go 80 miles an hour, you drop down to about 16. When you go 70, it's up about 19. So if you want to save fuel, just drive a little bit slower. It actually makes a big difference in this truck. Like I said, it has all the features. It's got the 7-pin and the 4-pin wiring there. It doesn't have the split tailgate. That was one of the ones that's missing. Wrong side, there's a button here. You can see those LED lights are on. Of course, to undo this, you can pull that on both sides. Anyway, it's got these rails just on the two sides with anchors and the tonneau cover that folds up and buckles. And no cargo view camera on this one. It does have the, actually I should turn those lights off. The cargo light up there and everything, but basically this is the only camera that it has. It does have the bed group that comes with the step and the spray and bed liner. It is the GT package as well, so you get a more aggressive exhaust and a cold air intake. I'm trying to keep you out of the wind. I should really buy a media mod kit for this GoPro. Let's take a look under the hood first. And then we'll take a look inside. It does have actual fog lights that work as fog lights, so in order to turn those on, you just have to have your running lights on. You don't need the headlights on. So Ram Airflow. And here's your eTorque motor. Look at that, you know, bigger belt on there and whatever. And it's been okay. The eTorque has been, when you brake, I imagine it's regenerating, and it kind of kicks on and off sometimes. So you're trying to brake smooth and it will suddenly let off or suddenly apply. And it's not a big deal, but it does that rather quickly. It's not like a gradual application where it slowly increases the regenerative. It just goes to like full regenerative or off. But other than that, I haven't really noticed it much at all. And it's been a really good performing engine, plenty of power. And I'm a little bit surprised at how much room there is in this engine bay as well. Even, you know, with the eTorque, there's still a ton of room in here, which is nice for those that do their own work. And I still haven't figured out how exactly this cold air intake works. I imagine the air filter is in here, and it must be pulling air from here, sucking it up in and down. Maybe it's pulling from one of the sides as well. And this, I believe this does have the active dampers on the grill, or shutters, I should say, where it will automatically close the shutters. Anyway, pretty wide open engine bay, easy to use. I'll put the horsepower and torque up on the screen, but I want to say 390 and 410 off the top of my head, somewhere around there. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. And it's been snowy, and so there's salt in here that was on my boots, but snowy, rainy, muddy. This will be a fun test. It's not as muddy as some of the ones in the past, but still pretty muddy. It does have these little foam inserts you can take out with 2 extra cup holders there. Small pocket here, and there's a sticker in there. But anyway, memory seat. There's 2 different memory settings. All the power buttons, everything you expect there. Go ahead and fire it up. Start at the top, I guess. So 4 buttons here, and actually some more. This is the rear window. I was wrong. The other side's the rear window, so that's to open the moonroof. And this is just to tilt the moonroof right there where it says rear. That's the rear window. And it's actually moves really quick. Let me try that again. Anyway, that opens a lot quicker than some of the other competitors. Drop the tailgate, turn the dome lights on, all of them. And then these are just to turn on the separate reading lights. And then this one here is for the sunshade, which I have opened a little bit because that makes it so I can attach the camera up there. It does have the 19 speaker Harman Kardon sound system, a little pocket there with 12 volt, and the RAM charger down here, along with a place to mount your phone. But with the GT package, along with cold air intake and the exhaust system, you get a shift lever, which just, in my opinion, takes up space that could be used otherwise. I don't mind the dial up on the dash. I know a lot of people don't like that because it's not trucky, but I mean, whatever. I almost prefer it because it makes more room for other things. It's more practical there than having the shift lever. But I do like driving and resting my hand on it, and you can shift here manually, or you have the shift levers, or paddles rather, on the steering column. There are 4 USBs and an auxiliary input there, and another USB here, and that's just the top portion that opens, and then here the bottom portion opens with a 110 volt outlet, or 115 I believe, and some additional storage, and all the generations of Ram truck there. So kind of cool. We're on the 5th gen right now. I guess if you need to hold 2 quarters, nickels, dimes, and pennies, I don't know how that's sorted out. Oh yeah, there you go. 10 cent, 1 cent, 5 cent, 25, 25, and those are for dollar coins. So they actually have it labeled there. Interesting. 2 more cup holders here, and the giant screen. So obviously I'm trying to think of what other buttons would be up here. It doesn't have the it doesn't have the cooled rear seats. So it does have heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel. You can use this to adjust your climate control temperature, which we should probably just turn off so it doesn't make too much noise while we're talking here. It does have a built-in trailer brake controller, the adjustable gain. This is your ride height. 3 bars, that's normal mode. We can go up 1 more or down 1 more. If we go up, it's the off-road mode only, and going down 1 is the aero mode, and then the bottom is entry exit mode only, so you can't really do that while you're driving around. Traction control, I can't figure out how to turn off stability control, but traction control, you just hit this button. Obviously it turns it on and off. If you push it and hold it down, it didn't turn off stability control. So tow haul mode, which is the only drive mode, which is great. I mean, what other drive modes do you need? Do you even need tow haul mode? The truck's probably smart enough to figure that out on its own. But anyway, it does have the dedicated tow haul mode, and these are the parking sensors front and rear. Here's your 4-wheel drive system. This one does have the 4-wheel drive auto, and you can lock the rear axle, the rear differential, in 2-wheel drive, or any of the other modes, of course. So it automatically disengages at like 20 miles an hour, something like that. If you want to go into neutral, you push that little button there at the top, and downhill assist, and then the auto start stop. And I haven't been as happy with the off-road pages in this one because it doesn't really have a dedicated off-road page that I can find. Waiting for the performance pages, but it does have some of those fun features. So you can get to the performance pages on here, which is what I used for the 0 to 60 times. There you go, performance. And it'll do lap times and stuff like that, quarter mile, all the different things, braking. But it doesn't really just have a off-road page that I could find anywhere. And I don't know why the performance pages aren't loading now. I haven't had this problem before. But in the performance pages, you can kind of get to the off-road stuff. On here, in the driver information center, you can't really. And it does have a head-up display, which I doubt you can see. It says 0 right there. That's the easiest part to see. But anyway, that's a pretty tough one to see. Adjustable pedals on this side, and then all of your light controls. So if you're on, so the headlights are on right there, and you can barely see the fog light is lit up there. And you can turn the fog light on and off. And then also, it's got these other lights here, and as far as I can tell, oh, it does have the indicator. So the indicator right there, and that will turn on the, you know, the surround lights and the lights in the bed, so you can see around the vehicle really well. Let me put it in drive and see if it loads these performance pages. Maybe I have to touch that. Oh, I just have to touch that. There we go. That's my bad, sorry. So you can get your pitch and roll here in the G-force page, and then in the vehicle dynamics, it does tell you what the transfer case is doing, rear axle. And this one's pretty cool because it will actually show you your articulation. So it shows you, let's go back a little bit and see. Oh, okay, I'll have to go back to driving forward. So it'll show the axle articulating, and you just saw the front drop a little bit there, and you can see it move a little bit. So anyway, this actually shows the articulation, and you can have it take a snapshot for you of where you're at. So between the two pages, you get what you need, but it's kind of, you don't have a single just dedicated off-road page that I can find, at least. One that I do like is having the gauges, but on here, so first of all, you can adjust these fours. So right now I have the trans temp there, battery voltage, oil pressure, and the outside air temp, but you can adjust all those. There's the engine temp there. And let me go find those settings real quick. There's one page on here that I really like, and especially if you're towing or something, on this vehicle info, you have this page right here, which brings up everything: coolant, trans, your oil temp, and oil pressure. So all of your engine vitals are right there, and your trans, so that you can keep track of that while you're towing. That's a good one to have, and you get those same ones right here, including the battery voltage. Very nicely equipped. I don't know what to say. There's tons of storage space all over in it. I mean, it's just plenty of storage, plenty of room in this thing. Very, very comfortable. It does have the panorama sunroof, which I didn't show you the whole thing, but so your rear seat passengers can have plenty of ambient views. They can look out above, but giant windows on the side anyway. It's just really, really nice and luxurious inside. But for the price, I would expect it to be. So the seats, they don't fold forward. I don't know why that's still beeping at me, but they do lift up like that, and you can lift up both sides. You can fold this down, of course, if you do that. Anyway, you can fold this down and have more storage underneath the seats, or leave it up so you have more flat space here. It does have these storage boxes as well underneath, which I do like the Ram storage solutions. They have a really good package for that. And then these big rubber floor mats are also very nice. So much room in here. Doesn't matter, front facing, rear facing car seats. I can climb in, walk around behind them, or my kids can. It makes it super easy loading 3 kids back here. 3 different car seats. It's plenty wide, and yeah, if you have kids, these big trucks, these new half-ton trucks, all have so much room. There's more speakers. It actually has the curtain airbag across the back as well. But I mean, this thing just so open and airy here in the back. Very, very comfortable. It does have heated seats, but not cooled seats. I know there are optional cooled seats for the rear. Another 115 volt outlet, 4 more USB charge ports. There's 2 cup holders there. And in the doors, you get 2 more, kind of. This front one's not as good. And then of course here, 2 more. Lots and lots of features. Very comfortable, very roomy. Just a great truck overall. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Monroney. So there you go, 2022 Ram 1500 Rebel with the GT package and the crew cab. Base price is $51,000, and this one has all the options. So the Hydro Blue Pearl exterior paint's $100. Customer preferred package is $1,000, which has the head-up display and the LED lighting outside, a few other things. Digital rear view mirror, comfort and convenience group, heated second row seats, power tailgate, wireless charging. The bed utility group for $350, which has the step on the side of the bed and the bed lighting. And I thought it included the bed liner, but that must be part of the Rebel GT package on its own. And then it has the tie-down straps. So normally this is a little bit more, but it normally includes the bed liner. GT package, leather seats, leather steering wheel, shift knob, the cold air intake system by Mopar, and the passive cold end exhaust. Lots of other features, the accent lighting, all that stuff. So the GT package just comes with a lot of extra features that you can get otherwise, but it's all included in the GT package. And the exhaust, while it is a little bit noisy, you don't hear it drone. We are going to do some towing with it, and I'll correct that. But as far as I've experienced with it, I haven't heard it droning enough to bother the passengers at all. So that is a nice thing. I like the sound of the exhaust, but sometimes I've had some other vehicles where it just drones too much and it's a little bit overwhelming. Rebel 12 package, that's a 12-inch screen with the 19 speaker Harman Kardon sound system, and that sound system is great. And then Ram Level 2 equipment comes with 4G LTD, the 115 volt outlets, heated seats, all that stuff, under seat storage. Anyway, trifold cover, the electronic shift on demand transfer case, 5.7 liter V8 Hemi with the eTorque and variable valve timing. That's $2,300, $2,295. The dual pane panoramic sunroof, $1,445. Plenty of other stuff. 33 gallon fuel tank for an additional $445, and 4-corner air suspension for $1,805. And spray and bed liner is separate there for $595. Just a ton of options. I didn't quite go through all of them, but including the destination charge brings the total MSRP to basically $72,000, $71,995, and that is very well equipped, as you would expect for a $70,000+ truck. And one thing I do want to show you is payload capacity on this one is 1324, and I actually put in the VIN on Ram's website, and it's rated to tow 11,224.24 pounds or something like that. They went down to the 100th of a pound for your tow rating, which was interesting. But anyway, 11,000+ pounds from this vehicle that's basically fully equipped. For a half-ton, I would say that's uncommon to have it be able to tow that much in a fully equipped vehicle. And yeah, like I said, the payload's 1324. The gross vehicle weight rating of 71, so it's sitting around 5,800 pounds. All right, we're gonna do a little 0 to 60 run, and this truck actually has timers on it. So we're gonna go ahead, it says it's ready. We're gonna do this without brake torquing the first time, so I'm just gonna flat foot it. And this is the V8 with the eTorque. 3, 2, 1, go. So 8.3 seconds. There was quite a bit of wheel spin there at the start, and we'll probably be able to get another one of those runs. This truck with the air suspension, it actually is pretty well controlled in the corners here in the S-curves. I didn't push that as hard as I could have, but it stays pretty flat. There's a small amount of body lean, but really not much. And we are in the aero height setting. This is the one that I've left it in pretty much the whole time. When we do the towing and stuff, I put it in the normal height, but for most of my regular driving, it's in aero mode. On the freeway, so the shade over the sunroof is open right now, so it's slightly louder, but really this thing's pretty quiet. You don't hear that much tire noise. These tires are basically the same tires. They're half an inch to an inch bigger, you know, compared to the AT4 and GMC. So the GMC AT4 has roughly 32, just over 32 inch Goodyear Wrangler Duratracs, and this one has 33 inch Goodyear Wrangler Duratracs. So they're just a little bit bigger, but it does seem quite a bit quieter in this truck compared to the GMC Sierra 1500 AT4. Also, plenty of power on tap. This thing can cruise real easily, but it doesn't get as good of gas mileage as I would have expected. I do drive typically quite a bit faster, around 80 miles an hour. So right now at 70, 72, I'm actually getting close to 19, 20 miles per gallon. Whereas when I drive about 80, it's closer to 16. So it does make a big difference as you go. You know, the faster you go, it decreases your fuel mileage significantly with this V8. Everything about this truck is luxurious. So you have the air suspension for the smooth ride. You have really nice leather. The seat heater actually gets too warm. It's got the heated steering wheel, big screen here, which I'm still not 100% on board with it. I like it a lot, but I would like a few more physical buttons. At least you have climate control here on the sides and your radio controls. But it would be nice to have the seat heater, steering wheel heater, and actually have physical buttons for that. But overall, it's really pretty easy to use. Not a bad layout at all. And having the big screen is obviously nice. It's very clear, but this truck also does not have the surround view cameras. So basically it just has the rear view camera, and you're kind of stuck with that. You don't have a really nice big clear surround view, which part of having this screen, I would expect to have the, you know, the surround view cameras with this screen, because it's so clear, such a nice big clear screen, that it would make sense to include the surround view cameras with it, especially at the price tag. This one is $71,000. So with that much money on the line, you would think it would come with those features, but I think it has pretty much everything else. It's missing the trailer tow mirrors and the split tailgate, which is not my favorite thing anyway. But overall, this thing is really well equipped, very nice inside. It is the GT package, so you can probably hear that exhaust. 3, 2, 1, go. Still, traction control had to kick in and chirp the tires a little bit. This is uphill. And 7.9 to the 60 mile an hour. So I'm towing with the Ram Rebel with the V8 and the eTorque. And you can see we're getting 7, 8, 9, 10 degrees on some of these hills. The speed limit's only 25, and we're towing 11,000 pounds. And it's doing it, but it's a workout. It's just barely at the 10 degrees from a stop, it'll barely move. But the trans temp's actually staying fairly cool. We haven't had it go above 220. And as you recall from other videos, especially with the Fords, they seem to run a lot hotter than that. And it's towing pretty well. I mean, this is its max tow rating. It's rated to tow 11,124 or something like that. And we're just under 11,000 pounds right now. And even here, we're 4 or 5 degrees, which is 8, 9, 10% grade. And it can accelerate up the hill, no problem. And it really does, it tows pretty stable. We do have a weight distribution hitch with sway control on it, so it's not going to be as pushy and whatever. It's not going to be as effective, and the trailer's heavy and low, but it does tow really stable. It's not really pushing the truck around a ton. You certainly feel the trailer going over bumps and stuff like that, but it's not overwhelming, and it seems the air suspension is actually doing a good job of controlling it. Thank you for watching Engine Adventures review of this 2022 Ram Rebel with the GT package, V8, Hemi, eTorque, all the features, air suspension. Excellent vehicle for driving on the road for family road trip. That tonneau cover keeps all your gear safe and dry, and the interior cabin space is just incredible. Really enjoyed driving this thing. Gas mileage, not quite as good as you get from the 3-liter diesel, but with those big meaty tires and kind of an off-road design, of course you're not going to get as good a gas mileage. If you liked what you saw, be sure to hit subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post new videos, and give me a thumbs up. Also, comment down below. The comments are a big help, and I would like to hear what you guys think. If you have anything you want me to test, want me to do different, or vehicles you want to see, be sure to let me know and I'll see what I can do. If you didn't like it and you give me a thumbs down, be sure to comment and let me know why. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.